Hey Scorpio, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your mid-April 2025 reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Do check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Scorpio, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them, take what applies, and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. Immediately, I got feeling like you're a victim to somebody or something, or I saw the Five of Swords, and that's literally the vibe that I got. You might be feeling defeated with a situation. All right, let's take a look for Scorpio mid-April. Three of Swords. This Three of Swords has been coming out a lot. Three of Swords. Heartache, disappointment. We'll see. Currently, Nine of Swords. Damn, stressed out. I did your Oracle card reading already, and you had the card of instinct and gossip. Now, gossip, yeah, it could be, gossip. But the card was mainly about someone being judged. Someone who is a good person, but they're being judged because they're, I don't know, not like everybody else, or because they do something, whatever, the typical meaning of being judged. However, only once this person was gone, or in the card passed, was she recognized for who she was. And then you have the card of instinct, which is, well, intuition. And I did see the High Priestess while I was shuffling, but more on that. Go ahead to the short section. So you have the Nine of Swords, stressed out, anxiety, sleepless nights type of energy. Nightmares. I almost feel like this is something that it's not just like the current energy. This is something that you've been dealing with for quite some time. What's the challenge? The Ace of Pentacles. So there could be a delay in something regarding to commitment, or perhaps money. Or maybe that's the stress. Maybe the stress is not getting this Ace of Pentacles. Again, a commitment, a job opportunity, a job position, money. You have the Four of Cups in the foundation. There's a blockage here. So let's talk about a little bit about manifestation. So manifestation, and I don't mean to make this, well, I mean, you're watching tarot. I was going to say, I don't mean to make this hoogie bougie, but whatever. We're going to make it hoogie bougie. There's a blockage in regards to what it is that you want. And the blockage is the constant focus on lack, the constant focus on what's not working. That's the focus. So as the saying goes, where energy is focused, that's where energy flows. So if you're constantly focused on this stress, this what was, a disappointment, a woe is me type of energy, then that's what you're getting, because that's your consistent frequency. That's the radio station you're listening to. Now, if this is not you, could be somebody you're dealing with. In the past, you have the Six of Wands, victory, success, attention, winning, recognition. Interesting. On your mind, the 10 of Pentacles. So this is what you want. This 10 of Pentacles, this long-term wealth, this, for some it's family, for some it's like real loyalty, because this card does represent that. Notice how she's resting her head here. She feels comfortable. Everything is all set. There's nothing for her to worry about. She has support. This is a really nice card. This is what's on your mind, and the challenge is having that. And why I'm saying having that, because it starts with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a seed. This is what it grows into. This is basically the seed. This is the tree that already has roots, that's been there. It's hard to break down. It's hard to knock down. For some of you, this is about having something that is secure, something that's a good foundation for you. Your outcome, the Death card. And I'm smiling because the Death card is you. So usually when your own card shows up in your reading, it's pretty auspicious. Now the Death card is either an ending to something or a significant change, right? It's a death of an old cycle, old beliefs. So let's go back to the manifestation thing, old beliefs. You can say 1,000 affirmations. Let's say this is about money. You could say 1,000 affirmations of like, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy. But if deep down inside, okay, in your subconscious, you believe you are not, or you believe you are not worthy, or you believe money is evil, or you believe whatever, then your affirmations aren't going to do anything for you. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like, you're, this is the example that came to mind, like you're washing yourself, right? And you use soap and water and you seem clean, but really what you need to do is actually take out this scrubbing thing and scrub the dirt, grime, whatever. It's not enough. Soap and water is just not enough. I feel like with the Death card being your outcome, this is an ending to old patterns. It's such a shame when we're in this moment of despair, of stress, and it just looks like it's never going to end. It looks like it's going to constantly be a repetitive pattern, and we get stuck in that. But if we really look back at our past, how many times have we felt this way? How many times have we actually overcome something? The key, though, is, one, I feel the willingness, and I love the saying, when is enough enough? You can complain all you want about something not changing, something not going your way, but when do you actually draw the line? When do you actually make the change? When your environment changes? No. Because we can't sit there and wait for whatever to change. We have to use the resources that we have now, or pull through and continue and move forward. Valiant is the word that I want to look for. Anyway, so let's see. For some, this has to do a lot with your own self-worth. Getting yourself into this position of, so if you want the 10 of Pentacles, the way of getting that is, for one, this is how you manifest. For one, you have to believe that you're going to get it. Okay, let's say, yeah, but it's a little bit difficult, but I really want it. So then what do? You prepare yourself for it. How do you prepare yourself for it? If what you want, let's say, is family, then you prepare yourself like you're going to receive family. You prepare yourself to then act like you have family. So if you want a family environment, what is family to you? Like, ideally, Is it, you know, I don't know, maybe you're a single person and you eat alone, and it would just be fantastic if I had family at the table, whatever, you know, it doesn't have to be like extended family. Let's just say family is your spouse and your kids. I would really like to have that. So what you do, the whole fake it till you make it thing, is you prepare dinner. Like as if you had a family, you prepare dinner, you put it on the table, you sit down, and you eat dinner. No, you don't have to go and pretend like people are at the table and talk to invisible people. If you want to, more power to you, but that's not, the idea is you act like you have it. You want more money. Well, how can I act like I have more money when I don't have it? You know, having more money means I spend it. Well, if you did have more money, what would be the feeling of that? So obviously, if you have $1, you can't buy something that's $100. I mean, being spiritual or trying to manifest doesn't mean you're dumb. Doesn't mean you're stupid. Like, use discernment. Be a little bit wiser. So what is the feeling of having what you can buy with money? Maybe you would feel a sense of gratitude, a sense of calm, a sense of, I don't have to really worry about anything because I have the money to attain these things. Think about why you want the money. Oh, I want the money because I want to, I don't know, buy a house. What does it feel like having the house that you bought? Do that in the shack that you live in. With consistency, that's how you manifest it. Because it's really science. All you're doing is convincing your brain, because your brain is a muscle. Your brain is not coming up with thoughts out of nowhere and it's controlling you. No, the brain is literally just regurgitating things that you've seen, things that that can kind of mesh together. So because it's a muscle, you can train it. It can be difficult. It's like going to the gym. You want to have a fit body. You're not going to go to the gym one day and boom, you have a flat stomach. You got to be consistent. It can't be this, oh, I'm going to go to the gym once a week. You know, like me. I'll go once a week. Where's the results? No, it has to be consistent. So let's keep going. I'm over here talking for 13 minutes and you guys don't say nothing. Actually, I think the chat thing was off. So the live stream software that I'm using, it's been updated and it's been acting strange. All right, so 3 of Swords. Why is the 3 of Swords here as the overall energy? The Chariot, Cancer energy, 9 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. King of Wands at the bottom, Aries, Sag, Leo energy. You could be healing right now. Okay, something either has been made clear or because I see the 4 and the 3, there's an Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is truth, clarity, cutting something out. But to me, this seems more of like something has become clear and there is a pause, a healing. Because what you want is to go in the direction of what makes you feel emotionally fulfilled, what makes you feel happy. There's a pause here. Now, for some, I also feel like, especially with the 3 of Swords, 9 of Cups, if we look at the 9 of Cups a little bit in a more negative sense, 9 of Cups could be like an overindulgent energy. So with the 4 of Swords following that, there might be a pause in that. There might be a healing of that. And then the King of Wands too. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, there's a pause in wanting, a pause because you want to heal from something. There's almost like this tired energy, I feel like, of constantly dealing with, I just saw the Two of Pentacles, with the ups and downs, with the juggling, with the Queen of Cups. Maybe you feel played with your emotions. Maybe you feel like you played yourself. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Let's just keep going. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Nine of Wands. The Hanged Man, another paused energy. Eight of Pentacles, Justice at the bottom. This could have to do with work or something that you're focused on with the Eight of Pentacles. But there is a lot, I feel like a lot of effort you put into something. There's a lot of focus you've put into something. And I feel like a lot of the focus is this, there's a bit of a woe is me. If this is not you, this is somebody you're dealing with. And I can't get out of that idea. Because the Hanged Man, I should put these cards in the reverse too. But the Hanged Man, especially if he's in the reverse, can represent this victim mentality. Now, because they're not in the reverse, I'm going to go ahead and say that there is a working on oneself. There is a sense of perseverance, but like feeling wounded. There's an exhaustedness here. Why is the Ace of Pentacles the challenge? For some of you, this is a business. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. What is that? And the Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, what you're hoping for, what you're waiting for is this sense of security. For some of you, it's you've been saving a lot, you've been putting a lot of effort, you've been doing all that you can to attain this job opportunity, this job position, I don't know, a marriage proposal or a solid commitment. Let's say you don't want to do the marriage thing, but it's a solid commitment where you have a ride or die type of individual. This could be for some of you, this could be working on your health. But whatever it is, it's something that has roots, something that's not going to tip over easily. And the challenge for you is this Ace of Pentacles. Either because it's like a delay or because you're finding it difficult to fully manifest this. The Ten of Cups is at the bottom. I feel like this has to do either the concept of relationships, of a romantic relationship, or there is one that's present. Why is the Four of Cups here? The Seven of Pentacles. Lots of Pentacles showing up. The Knight of Wands. I almost feel like there's going to be a card that clarifies this Knight of Wands as an in and out fickle energy. The King of Cups, Eight of Cups at the bottom. So in the foundation, like I said, a lot of investment here, a lot of I'm going to do this, put my heart into this, but you could be dealing with a sense of constant disappointment. There's a constant emotional letdown, emotional insecurity. Because there's a sense of dissatisfaction here. Yeah, I kind of get the whole woe is me thing. For some of you, it's feeling like something is never good enough. Something is never going to happen, no matter how much effort I put in. All right, Six of Wands in the past, Ace of Wands, the Moon, the Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands. So in the past, I almost feel like in the past you've fought for something. There's something here that lit this spark for you. But at the same time, there was a bit of, there was a bit of confusion, a bit of not knowing where you stand, or yes, no, like sometimes it was clear, sometimes it was not clear. Either way, it wasn't that terrible Six of Wands. What I was going to say, some of this could have brought up certain subconscious issues, childhood traumas that were brought up. Like something was brought to the surface. Something that was hidden inside was brought to the surface with this. And you were able to overcome this with the Six of Wands. Something was made very clear. Something that was not clear was made clear. Because, look, the Ace of Wands, right? Because it's a spark. This is almost like a fire. All right? And here is the Moon. Lack of clarity, not seeing things because there's a veil, confusion, there's a bit of darkness. So the light comes into the darkness, and then you have the Ace of Swords, clarity. And it's clarifying the Six of Wands, success, victory. So something in the past has already shown you either your power, has shown you how successful you could actually be, or something like this, okay? Something stroked your ego in a positive sense, okay? Seven of Wands at the bottom. Now, was it something that you pushed away? Could be. I could also feel like it might have been something that helped you to understand what to push away, understand what to keep. There was a sense of boundaries that have become successful for you. All right, what is this Ten of Pentacles on your mind? Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Six of Pentacles. Again, lots of Pentacles energy, which is very interesting because normally I see either cups or wands in your readings. So, there's something here that is very clear to you. What you want. You want something that's secure, that's stable, that's reliable, something where you know you want it to feel like an ATM that never runs out of money. That whenever you need the money, you can run to the ATM and you can pull out money. So whether it's a business that you know that it's going to run smoothly, that it's going to be successful, you know, you accept, yeah, there's ups and downs, but it's still going, you know, it's workable. If it's a relationship that you know that you can always rely on. Six of Pentacles. Right? 6 and 10, there's a 4. Didn't we have 4 of Pentacles here somewhere? Or no? Yeah, we did. You want something, like I said, that has roots. Something that's an equal give and take, something that feels fair, something that feels solid. At this point, what you want is something that not only stirs up your emotions and gives you butterflies. I don't really think Scorpio is about that, although that does feel nice, right? I think what you're looking at is something that is practical, something you can hold on to, something that you can run to. Not something that's constantly taking from you. Whether it's draining your bank account, whether it's draining your emotions, whether it's draining your love, blah, blah, blah. And you have so much to give. Scorpio is the depths. It's the depths of the ocean. So, a Scorpio, once they get over their skepticism, right? And trust issues and whatnot. And for some of you, maybe you're a Scorpio and you have other placements in your chart that allow you to be more trusting of others. Scorpio has this energy of I can give you the ocean, because Scorpio is the ocean. I feel like, or the depths of the ocean. Cancer is, I forgot how it was described. I remember hearing something like this. Cancer is like, you would figure it's the ocean, right? Let's say it is the ocean. Pisces would be like a lake. Something a little more calm. It's a body of water. Then you have Cancer, which is something a little bit bigger. But Scorpio is deep down where nobody is really daring to go. Scorpio goes there. So let's keep going. Why is the Death card the outcome here? Two of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Justice card, Hierophant. There's a lot of self-worth here. Immediately when I saw the Empress card, I thought of self-worth. And with your card being here, the Death card, you are debating on either, I don't know if this is an ending to something or if it's a significant change, but whatever this is to bring back balance into your life with the Justice card, to bring structure into your life. Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, like I said, maybe it's about a family. Hierophant, Justice, Empress, that looks like wifey right there. Three of Cups, Two of Cups, two become one is literally what I just heard in my head. You know that Spice Girls song? Three of Cups, Two of Cups, Seven of Wands. And the Page of Cups, Intuition, Burden, Temperance. Okay, so you're using your intuition. Basically, what I feel like here, this self-worth is helping you filter. For some of you, this can be about a partnership here that you're not really like accepting basically what just doesn't align with you. That your outcome is all about you. You have the Six of Cups, the Judgment, and the Fool card. So there is a choice here, because it seems like to me something comes back around, a reconciliation. If it's not a comeback around, even though it looks like it, Six of Cups, Judgment, that's a second chance. And then the Fool card, taking a leap of faith. For some of you, this leap of faith that you're taking is basically taking care of your inner child. And what does that mean? Taking care of your inner child is about not like, oh, I'm going to do everything I wanted to do as a kid and forget what everybody says, blah, blah, blah. Not... This would be obviously for someone who has neglected themselves. Okay? If you're the type of person where you're constantly giving to others, or let's say you're not giving to others, but there's a neglect of self. Sometimes there are some people who feel like, you know, I'm going to do for me, and you look at them and you're like, man, this person, all they do is think about themselves. You know, they must be always listening to their inner child because they're childish. You know, that person is neglecting their inner child, because there's a lack of structure, and children thrive on structure, stability. Although they want to be all over the place and do whatever they want, they crave structure. Structure to them is security, is safety. You get what I'm saying? So, For some of you, this could be you, or this is an individual you dealt with where they lack structure and you are or were that structure. For some of you, this is what you're looking for. What you're wanting is structure in your life. So if that's what you want, that's what you have to create for yourself. Not expecting your environment to change, not expecting so-and-so to come over here, not expecting the bank to give you a loan and then I'll create this. You get what I'm saying? It's not about it's not about you conforming to the outside. It's about you doing what's necessary for the outside to conform to you, basically. Not by force, but by energy. Everything is via frequency. I don't know how else to explain it. You lack structure. Let's say you're like, oh, my life is falling apart. You lack structure. Where can you start? Create some sort of routine for yourself. And I mean like a good routine, something that is taking care of you. Oh, you know what? I really enjoy painting. I am going to take some time out of my day to focus on that. And then other things will come. Oh, now I need to do this. Oh, well, this is more of a priority. So is healing yourself. So is creating this structure, no? So you add it. You add it in there. It's kind of like taking vitamins. Okay, I need to take vitamins and, oh, you know what? I forgot. No. You have to do it if you want the benefits. Point blank, period. And I feel like I'm talking to... I was just going to say that. I was like, you know, this is more of a thing of maturity and growing up and using discernment and being wise. And then I was like thinking to myself, I don't think the Hermit card came out. And bam! It comes out. 10 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Out of nowhere, this is going to come to you, what it is that you're looking for. Look at this. Happiness with the Sun card. Clarity. When you least expect it. For some of you, there's communication coming in from somebody you haven't heard. Or something is said. I would say expect good news, Scorpio. Anyway, let's take out... Damn, this reading's already 33 minutes because all I do is talk. All right, let's take out the Love Oracle deck. I don't even know what time it is. And of course, I forgot my watch. Listen, beautiful example. I keep telling myself, oh, I got to remember my watch. I keep forgetting my watch. I want to remember my watch. Then everything, see, excuses, everything else, and then I forget. Excuses. Do something where you're not going to forget. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to set an alarm on the phone so that I don't forget my watch. So if I know I'm leaving the house by 8 o'clock, for example, I'm going to set the alarm, and that alarm is specifically to remind me about the watch. I don't care. Write it in big letters on a Post-it note by the door. Don't forget your watch. You get what I'm saying? Like, how much effort am I putting in? If I really want to do something, I do it. The point is, how much do you want it? Or how much do you want to stay in the comfortability of woe is me, basically? And then I could think like, whoa, that's just too deep. First of all, Scorpio, like I said, you're the depth, so this is not too deep. Like I said, oh, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. I forgot the watch. I'm not really reaping any benefits. But it's something that, for one, is productive, something that is helping me, and something that's good, you know? Having that, because it's an Apple Watch, and do the whole steps thing with my oldest daughter. And that there's a benefit there. Why? Because there's that motivation to do the steps. There is also a bonding moment that I have with my oldest daughter. Oh, I did this many steps, or oh, I'm beating you. You get what I'm saying? There's more to it than just wearing the damn watch. Scorpio, sometimes I feel like when I do readings, sometimes I don't even feel like it's for the person that I'm talking to. This could be more of a confirmation of something that you already know. Let's see, Scorpio. Oh, you're making me chatty Cathy today, Scorps. Self-indulgence. We were just talking about this. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. Like I said, Scorpio, there is something here that you really want, and I feel like you are taking the steps towards what it is that you want. There's something that you, either a toxic cycle that you were involved in, or a toxic belief, or even if it's not like toxic, it was just something that kept you, I want to say the woe is me, because I feel like if it was, it could be an addiction. Maybe the majority, it's not necessarily an addiction. It's more something deeper than that. Because then I feel like the devil card would have came out, 8 of Swords also, but none of those cards came out. So to me, even if it is an addiction, you're fully aware. Okay? Or whoever you're dealing with is fully aware. It's just, the woe is me is so much more comfortable to be in, because well, who likes to feel like they're the victim? People like to feel that they are the victim because it takes away from taking accountability. It basically confirms that, yes, your sadness is real. Yes, your anger is real. The woe is me confirms that sadness that somebody feels. That's why people don't want to take accountability. It's not... That's it. There's no other reason. That's the deeper thing. Obviously, a person who's not taking accountability, they're not going to say, oh, you know what? It's because my sorrow is validating that this was difficult or whatever. Nobody thinks that way. But if we sat down to think a little bit deeper and have a little more self-awareness, maybe this world would be a little bit better to commune in, you know what I mean? But anyway, it is what it is. Let's take out the Truth Oracle cards. All right, for pile A, for a Scorpio, you came closer than anyone. Okay. I feel you even though we are apart. I love you unconditionally, and I know I was a distraction from your pain. All right, for pile B. Oh, I feel like a sense of loss. If I break the deck and I see the 5 of Cups, I am going to be flabbergasted. No, King of Wands. Aries, Sag, Leo. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could just be more of the King of Wands energy, which is this go-getter. I'm going to do this. I feel the spark. Let's go. I'm ready to do this. Has an action plan, is excited to do something. Now, it could also be in the negative sense. Anyway. I'm so attracted to you. I couldn't let you get too close to me. Wait, wasn't that here too? You came closer than anyone. I replay our conversations over and over, and I wonder if you are happy without me. So, Scorpio. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there. If you resonated with the reading, let me know down in the comments down below. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.